Hi, and welcome back to MyExcelOnline.com. Today we are going to go over how to set up a document approval process inside of Power Automate. If you want to learn more about Microsoft Excel and Office, join our Academy online course and access more than 1,000 video training tutorials so that you can advance your level and get the promotions, pay raises, or new jobs. The link to join our Academy online course is in the description. So right now I'm on the home page of Power Automate. To get there, I went to office.com and I selected the waffle over here and I selected Power Automate in case you don't know how to get there. But once in Power Automate, I would like to go over here to Create. And if I scroll to the top, I'm going to create an automated cloud flow from scratch. And the name of my cloud flow is going to be Approval Process. Okay, so let's look at what we are trying to approve before I put more details in here. If I go over to my OneDrive, you can see that I have 3 folders created here. One is for documents to be approved. And then there's another folder for documents that are approved. And then there's a third folder for documents that are not approved. So what I'm thinking here is you would have people uploading files to the to be approved folder, and then you'll have someone going in and either approving those files or not approving those files. Approved files will be moved to the approved folder, and not approved files would be moved to the not approved folder. And we're going to do that through Microsoft Outlook. So I also have a third tab up here open for Microsoft Outlook. So again, the document comes in to be approved, and it's either moved to the approved or not approved folder. So how do we do that all in Power Automate? Well, I'm going to go back over here to create your flow, and I'm going to search for my file system. Now keep in mind, if I go over here again, you can see that I am in OneDrive, but this same process would also work for SharePoint. I just know that more people have OneDrive than SharePoint, so I thought I would start there, and you can just take the same ideas I'm using here and use them on SharePoint if you would like to do that, and that happens to be the system that you have. So back over here on the flow, I am going to choose my flow's trigger, and I'm going to type OneDrive, all one word, and I'm going to look for when a file is created. And I'm using OneDrive for Business, so this is the action that I want right here. And I'm going to hit Create. So just so you know that the trigger for the flow that I'm creating right now is a file being uploaded to my OneDrive. Now if I click on here on the folder, I can navigate through the folder structure that I have on OneDrive. So if I click this arrow right here, I want anything that is going to be uploaded to the To Be Approved folder. And once I select that, you can see that the To Be Approved folder has been placed inside of my OneDrive trigger right here. There are some advanced options on here that I can look at. I can include any subfolders that are under here. There's a yes or no here. So you might want to keep that in mind. Maybe your users will be creating some kind of file structure on their own underneath the To Be Approved layer. So you could change this to yes if you would like all of those folders to also be triggers for running this flow. If you are liking this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button to get notified when we release our weekly videos. Okay, so once I have that, I'm going to click a new step. And so what would I like to happen when the file is uploaded onto my OneDrive? Well, I'm going to type in approval here. And I'm going to go down here and go to Start and Wait for an approval. And what kind of approval type am I looking for? Well, if I select this down arrow, I can see that everyone in my list must approve it, or I can have the first to respond. In this case, I just want the first to respond. And then what is the title for my approval? And I'm going to type, please approve this document. And if I would like to put a colon there, I can also put in the file name of the document that was uploaded onto OneDrive. And who am I going to assign this to? I'm going to assign this to my email account. And then I'm going to add a new step. And in this case, I would like to add a condition. And if I scroll down, I can see a condition right here. So for a value, I am going to go down here and scroll down to outcome, because I am going to do something different based on the outcome of the approval. If the document is approved, then I'm going to upload the file to the approval folder. But if the document is not approved, then I'm going to upload the file to the not approved folder. So the outcome here is equal to approved, because that's the value when a document is actually approved. So down here, I'm going to add an action for if yes. And I'm going to go down here and say move a file. And I'm going to select this option here for move or rename a file using path. And for the file path here, I want this file path to be approved. And I'm going to search in the dynamic content for the file name and just click it right here. And then I want this to be moved to the approved folder, and I want it to keep the same file name. And then here's the question of whether or not I would like to overwrite the file if it's already existing in there. So I'm going to select yes. And over here, I'm going to do the same thing for the if no scenario, except I'm going to change this destination file path over here to not approved. So I'm going to click add an action, and I'm going to click move file and scroll down here and select move or rename a file using path. My file path here is going to be the file I wish to move, which is from the to be approved folder. And then I'm going to put in the file name. And this time here, I'm going to put not approved. And then I'm going to put in the file name again. And I'm also going to overwrite it here. And I'm going to hit save on my flow. So let's review this one more time and then we'll test it out. The file here is uploaded to OneDrive. An email is sent to my email for my approval. If the outcome of my approval is approved, then I'm going to move the file to the approved folder. And if the outcome is not approved, then I'm going to move my file to the not approved folder. So if I go up here and hit test, I'm going to select manually, and then I'm going to test. And then I'm going to go into OneDrive and open up my to be approved folder and go to upload and hit files. And let's just upload the Excel icon. So my file's been uploaded. Now the next thing that should happen is that I should get an email notification. And I can click on my email and I can see that I do have an email notification from Microsoft Flow. If I click on that, I can hit approve and I'm going to hit submit. So now if I go back to my OneDrive and I go up to my root directory and I hit approved, if I refresh my screen, you can see that my Excel image is in my approved folder. Now let's try that again, and this time not approve the file. So if I go back to my flow and I hit test, and I'm going to manually test it again, and then go back to my OneDrive and go into my to be approved folder. This time I'm going to upload the Access icon, go over to Microsoft Outlook, click on the latest flow that's come in, and this time I'm going to reject it and hit submit. So when I go back to my OneDrive and go back to my root and go under not approved and refresh, you can see that the Access image has been moved to the not approved folder. So hopefully that gives you a good introduction on how to approve files and not approve them. And by doing so, you've made this process a whole lot simpler, because now all your users need to do is go up here to your OneDrive and go into the folder and see which files have been approved and which files have not been approved after they started the submit process. So hopefully you can see how Power Automate makes a lot of your day-to-day tasks a lot easier. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and we'll get back to you. Thanks again for watching, and see you again next time. If you want to learn more about Microsoft Excel and Office, join our Academy online course and access more than 1,000 video training tutorials so that you can advance your level and get the promotions, pay raises, or new jobs. The link to join our Academy online course is in the description.
If you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're really serious about advancing your Microsoft Excel skills so you can stand out from the crowd and get the jobs, promotions and pay rises that you deserve, then click up here and join our Academy online course today.